Here I am, one of the most beautiful places in the world, Whatcom Pass in the North Cascade National Park. And man, I am not having it. So, I think this is it. I'm gonna make it official. So, I'm gonna really hook you up. Yeah, I know, I look rough. Man, I was in love with this trail for the first 400 miles. I mean, really, like, so much beauty, such a big adventure, you know? I felt finally a trail that's to the scope of the adventure I want to go on. And, it wasn't easy. I got hypothermic, I dealt with that. I got heat exhaustion, I dealt with that. Navigation, no problem. Mountains, I climbed them. And, I felt so accomplished. Like I can really do this, you know? Like, look at me. I was flying up mountains, my body was so strong. And then, well, then you know what happened. I got shin splint in my right leg. And it was so painful. It was so painful, I was crying. And I told my body, it was like, look, I had 40 miles to go. And I told my body, look, if you get me out of this, we don't have to keep hiking. But that's not what I did. I went to Nelson. I iced it and did foot bath for about 10 days. And it was still hurting when I got back on the trail, but it was functional. And I had the KT tape on it, so I figured I could go. Not only I could go, I decided that in order to finish the trail, now 20 miles a day wasn't going to cut it. So I needed to do 30 miles a day, which I did for about 5, 6 days. And yeah, can you guess what happened? Yeah, I got shin splint in my other leg, and I managed it with some tape. And by then it wasn't fun, and I knew it wasn't fun, like I was having to manage the pain. I was pushing heavy miles, which meant like it became kind of a job. Like I got up in my tent and it was like, oh, it's 5:30, I must go walk or I'm not gonna do the 30 because blah blah blah. And it's like, that's not how I hike. It's not my style. I'm out here to talk to the trees and to smell the flowers and not this like miles. So anyway, and then there was the incident with the bathroom that got hit with lightning an hour or two after I left it, and then the censure was that bushwhack coming in the south entrance to Republic. Oh man, that bushwhack. It was dangerous. It was scary. It was epic. It wasn't even type 2 fun, it's not even fun to talk about now. And it was so bad. And I was being bruised up and beat up, and I fell a couple of times, stretched my shins, were already hurt, and I told my body, look, if you get me out of this, I promise you I will quit. But I didn't quit. I lied again. I hitchhiked to Orville because I had shoes there, and I figured, maybe if I had new shoes, I could, it would lessen the shin splint. And so that's what I did. And then I decided to skip ahead to the Cascades because I wanted to be home. And the first day here, it was good. Like, those are my trees, those are my mountains. I feel home here, and it was so good to be home. But already by the second day, I was noticing, like, I don't want to walk. I don't even care if I'm home and if it's gorgeous. I don't even care if I'm in the most beautiful places in the world. My body's done. And it's like, because my body is done, like this mental space, and, like I'm having to meditate my way back to positive thinking. It's like, okay, if you have to work that hard, maybe you should reconsider what you're doing. And so last night, I don't know what I did. It was slightly uncooked lentils mixed with bad, bad salmon. And I knew it was bad the first bite I took, but I need sustenance. I knew I had 2 mountains to climb, so I ate most of it, threw the rest in the pit toilet, And oh man, immediately I was like, what have I done? I had like this massive belly pain. And so I told my body, we're gonna have to get rid of this. Like, this is actually bad. And so we did. We puked all night. And we did. We got rid of everything. Like, towards the end, there was nothing left. And this morning, it's like I tried to eat half an apple, out. I tried to drink something, out. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world, you know. I can fast and climb mountain. I know I have this capacity, but mostly it's like, what? Why? So, this needs to be, like, official. Like, I need to get off. I need to stop saying I'm gonna do it and then not do it. Why? For reasons of ego, because I'm not a quitter. Yeah, that's it. That's really the only reason I'm here, for real. Like, I'm not even filming anymore. I mean, I'm filming now, but like, you know, there's all these gorgeous views and I don't care. I just want to be done. So yeah, I'm a little deflated. Deflated, you know, like defeated, deflated, and I'm sad. But also, I don't know what the greater plan is. I mean, it's like, I got offered tickets to Burning Man. A friend of mine is putting together a rainbow gathering in Nelson, only my favorite places in the world. It's like, what if there's dancing to be had? What if there's just fun to be had? And I've been delaying the fun by being so stubborn about hiking this trail because I'm not a quitter. So I think I need to readjust my value system and go back to what I've always done. Follow your heart. I got off track. So, bye PNT. I've been going 1 mile an hour, but I'm gonna try and get to Hannigan Pass. And I'll have a reception there. I'll text Deborah and see if she'll come get me. Bobcat out.
And this is how the adventure ends. Yay! I found my friend.
Catmobile!
I met you, but yeah, Catmobile too.